My name's Jayne Shatz, and I live in Arnold, Maryland, which is about 10 minutes from downtown Annapolis. And I'm very happy to invite you into my home and studio for this art tour. I'm going to start the tour off in my upstairs, and then we're going to go downstairs into my studio where I'll show you where I have some work on display and my work in progress. These are some wall pieces and large vessels that I did years ago, and where I started working with slabs, I think was something that helped me later on move into shape canvas because of the same form but just a different material. These two wall pieces reflect how I use glaze and acrylic patinas on slab forms. The large piece is about 4 feet by 4 feet. Hello everybody, this is my studio. I'm trying to show it kind of slowly. This is my painting area. And now I'm moving into my ceramics area. I use the studio to present work as well as to produce the work. So I have some simple places where I can hang work and display it. But I usually like to display work in the house upstairs where we started the tour. Here you see some ceramic wall pieces, some small ceramic figurines, some work in process, shaped canvases, textured canvas. I'll let you look at them a little bit more later on. This shelf has several figurative sculptures as well as wall sculptures. I'm going to just zoom into a couple of the pieces and talk about them. This is a ceramic piece. I happen to really enjoy the folds and the sculptural form of this piece. And then painted with the acrylic metallic lusters. That's the patina. This bottom shelf has all ceramics, except for the piece on the right is actually a cast paper. It's called the Wind. It has a nicer color than is really displaying right now. It's more coppery gold. The other pieces are small figures, figurative work. And the piece in the back is called the Four Graces. There's a reclining nude and some other pieces on the left here, all ceramic sculpture. The two pieces I'm showing are, one, the left one is in ceramics, and the right one is painted canvas. The right one is similar to the other ones that I've done, where I have a flat canvas, regular mounted canvas, painted with a hard edge, colors playing with each other, and then using a sculptural form that jumps out into the piece. It's called Emergence. The piece here on the left, I'm going to zoom in a little bit closer. I love this piece. This is a little bit larger than some of the other ones. It's almost 3 feet wide, and it's in ceramic stoneware and patinaed with the blues and the silvers that I have come to really enjoy working with. There are 3 pieces that I'm showing here. I'm going to talk about the left two. These are ceramic wall tiles. They're thicker and they're straighter than the more organic ones that I've done. And they're very playfully painted, and these are glazed. These are 2 ceramic sculptures. The one on the left is a figurative sculpture that is mounted on a wood base, and the one on the right is a small wall sculpture. I'm going to show you some paintings in a little bit more detail. And right now they are all displayed on easels around the studio. Some I'm still working on, but some are complete. This one is called Blue Indigo. I'm going to show both of these pieces simultaneously. What they are is the canvas is the shaped form, not something put on top of it. The canvas itself, and it was then mounted on wood that was painted in black lacquer. The one on the left is not titled yet, but it's totally about joy and dance and happiness. And again, the brush stroking that I've done for all these years on pottery and wall sculptures I like to put it on canvas too. And this I just squeeze it out of the tube to get the thick, unctuous black stroke. The one on the right is called Leaving the Bowl. Spending 47 years making pots. And pots is very different than making sculpture and making paintings. They all have their own place in the universe. Pots are pots. You use them, you eat out of them, and I can go on for a long time about the beauty of the functionality of pottery. But I changed my studio, I retired from my pottery business, and I let it go. I sold some equipment, donated others to ceramic centers, and I left pottery making. And this piece is called Leaving the Bowl. This piece is entitled White on White. Again, I was playing with the white back or base, and on top of it a very sculptured organic form. The white painting is flat white, very solid, nothing going on with it, just white. But the sculptured form is painted with a metallic iridescent white paint. I'll bring you up close to see what the form looks like. This painting, which I haven't named yet, was a lot of fun for me. So here I decided to work with texture, and being the frugal person that I am, I wanted to work with texture that was around me. And as you can see, well, I don't know if you can really see, but what it is, it's paper that my husband had in his office that he was shredding, and he shreds on an angle, a double pass, and get these wonderful little paper chips. And I glued it on the same way you did when you were a kid. You put glue on a paper and then you sprinkled glitter over it, and before you know it, wow, you've got this great design. You shake off all the extra glitter and you have this great design of glitter that's glued onto a surface. Well, that's basically what I did here. It was fun, and then I painted over it, playing with the surface of the textured form, but still doing a very painterly stroking, oriental brush stroking that I usually do. This painting is totally different than the other ones. It's called my Circus. This has some sensibilities to my brush stroking, but it's, again, with a very soft edge and with colors that are very playful with each other. And the circular forms, I always like polka dots, and these are basically very large polka dots to me, but they move. You can tell how they spin. And this whole thing has some joyful, fun movement to it. My Circus. As you can see with the detail, I'm going to come in a little bit more. It's really molded and bent and shaped. Then when I painted, I moved the paint along the form that coincides with the painting underneath, as well as the form in which I just created. Most of my paintings have blurred edges. I love the slow transition from one color to the next. Sometimes I like a sharp edge, but this soft edge is very exciting to me. But the sculptural forms that I place on top are usually strong, hard edge. And the two create some kind of tension. And it's that tension that I like. I like tension and rhythm in paintings. Painting is first done by creating a regular painting, as you usually do. Then I work separately at another site, another table, where I actually take a canvas from a roll, and it gets sponged down or brushed down with white glue. I do that pretty thickly, and I wait till the next day. I know that when I brush the glue on one day, the next day it's ready to start molding. So I come back the next day and I actually sculpt the piece that I have and begin its transformation into a more of a three-dimensional looking form than just a flat canvas. This is my fireplace. It took me a couple of years to be able to get it going because I used to have more pottery equipment in the studio, so I had a lot of wheels in front of it. But when I transferred over to just sculpture and painting, I was able to open up my fireplace. I really love it. It's a simple, small space, but it's a really nice place to hang out in, especially now that I have those chairs in front of the fireplace where I can sit, think, watch the fire, think. So I hope you enjoyed this tour and you got a feeling of my working environment. I always enjoy it when people come and stop by and catch up on what I'm doing, and we get to talk and they get to see my new work and also the work that's in progress. If you want, you can also view my work on my website, which is JayneShatzPottery.com. And that's, I'll spell my name for you. It's JayneShatz. You can just Google my name, Jayne Shatz, and you'll find, it'll take you to my studio and my website. Well, I hope when this terrible pandemic is over, you'll be able to come to my studio and have a live tour, and we will have a really nice time. In the meantime, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'd like to thank the MFA for all their help in organizing this studio tour, and also to the Four Rivers Heritage Area. Thanks a lot for enjoying this with me this time.